Hi, I'm Leah. I just recently came from a public school. Next year I'm going to 4th grade in Chashelas Yaakov. In Chashelas Yaakov, the teachers were really nice. The kids were really nice. I made a lot of friends. The teachers watch you all the time and you won't get bullied or you won't get hurt. I know they care about me because in public school they would just ignore me, they wouldn't listen to me, they would just act like I was not there, and they would just be mean and rude. But actually in Chashelas Yaakov they cared about me and loved me. They showed how they did, and they gave me presents before, they gave me the gifts before, and they've been kind to me. The education is really good. In public school, they would just skip you. They won't even teach you how to read or learn or write or anything. So when I got to Chashelas Yaakov, I started learning fast as I can, and they teach me better than public school. The assemblies were nice, and I got to learn more from the assemblies than I did in public school. In public school, they wouldn't have assemblies, they wouldn't have all these extra details and things. Teachers really care about me, they really love me. When I came to Chashelas, I felt their love and their caring, and they tried their best.
Chashelas Beis Yaakov is a warm and loving school where your daughter will be in a happy, safe, and emotionally supportive environment. Our girls are kind and intelligent and extremely respectful, but at the same time they are dignified and very, very hardworking. Our girls have goals, they know what they want, and we are here to help them achieve their goals. When an adolescent goes into high school, there's a lot of factors that come into play aside from the education. Girls want to feel confident, girls want to feel respected, girls want to feel like they're appreciated, and all of these things are important to help raise an emotionally intelligent and healthy young woman. And I think that that's one area that Chashelas Beis Yaakov really, really does excel, that aside from being there for your daughter's academic needs, we're really there for her emotional needs. We make it our business to get to know every single student. We get to know the girl's strength, and we get to know any areas that a child might need help in. Every student is given a one-on-one teacher to help them through the high school process. And basically, the child knows that they're not just a number. They are a whole human being, and we are there for them. And they can approach the teacher, they can approach myself with any questions, with any needs that they have. And we make it our business to really, really get to know the child. Whenever she needs anybody to talk to, somebody is there. If there's any problem, whether it's school-wise or even personal, somebody is there. The girl feels appreciated, the girl feels wanted, the girl feels cared for. It's a full approach to the human being. And from my experience, when the program is very child-oriented and the girls know that we care, the students come out happier, much more confident, and much more ready to tackle whatever goals they have. And as a matter of fact, even after high school, if we are needed to help with college, or if we are needed to help with a job, or even on a personal matter, our attitude is not that you graduated and you're gone and you're not important. You're always important, and we will be there for you. In public school, your daughter is one of hundreds. But in our school, your daughter is our daughter. We will be there for her to help her achieve her academic goals, her spiritual goals, and her life goals. Whatever it is that your child needs, we at Chashelas Beis Yaakov, myself and my teachers, are ready to help your daughter achieve her dreams.
I know there is a common misconception that a public school can provide you with a better education than a school such as ours. I would like to tell you that is completely untrue. we have a full Regents-based curriculum. Our students receive a Regents diploma, and every year we have girls that receive advanced Regents diplomas. We even have some girls that can attain an advanced Regents diploma with honors. For those students that need additional help, we have an excellent P3 program, and they can leave the school with what is called a local diploma. The teachers that we hire are completely qualified to do their job, and equally important, they are warm and caring individuals. Shalsheles is an amazing school, and I personally feel that if you are fortunate enough to be part of our student body, you are a very fortunate student indeed. I look forward to welcoming you.
My journey with the school began long before I can remember. I started off in kindergarten here, and I truly believe it was the best way to grow up. Throughout all my years, it's just been the warmest environment, just the best place for a child that's looking for a second home. The way that you get treated in Shalsheles is unlike anything that you'll ever find. It's almost like your family as soon as you walk in the door. I went to public school for 6th and 7th grade, and I did not enjoy it at all. And I know that when I came back to Shalsheles after that, it was the best decision I could have made for myself, because my most important years, my teenage years, were spent in the warmest, best place that I could have gone. All the teachers, the Hebrew and the English, they will go so far beyond what their job entails. They'll go and they'll care for every student as if it was their own child. You ask them a question, and it's not like they go just to answer you. They actually go above and beyond. The secular education is just as good, if not better, than the Hebrew education. It's demanding, it's challenging, but it's exactly what we needed to push us forward and to get us into college and into the rest of our lives. My class and I have had a bond throughout these years that really made it such a privilege to be called a member of the class of 2017. I had the honor of representing them in valedictorian, and all the years of hard work paid off. And I truly believe that if you have the drive, and if you have the push behind you, and if you have all the support that Shalsheles gives you, anything is possible, and you can take this journey with you, and you'll always remember it, because it truly is that special. With the push that I needed from Shalsheles, from all my teachers, from all my friends, and everything else that came along with being in school, I was able to get a full ride into a pharmacy program, where I'm now in Long Island University studying to become a pharmacist. So I feel like Shalsheles was the reason that I was so inspired and so just enthused about going to college. Shalsheles was really there for me anytime I needed them. My teachers were there, my friends were there. Everyone was just such a solid part of my life even after high school. It's crazy to think about how I graduated so many years ago, and I can talk to my teachers and I can talk to my friends as if I'm still in school, and everyone's just as close. Without the education that I got in Shalsheles, I would definitely not be where I am today. I attribute all my success to my background, and I know that Shalsheles is the reason why I can feel so confident in saying that I went to yeshiva and it was the best decision that I ever made.
I went to public school my entire life until mid-10th grade when I joined Shalsheles. In public school, it was a completely different environment. There's bad influences, wrong circles, and I needed a change. I needed to leave that environment, join Shalsheles to better myself. So my parents said that joining Shalsheles would be better for me because I'll learn about myself, my religion, and I'll find a better group of friends that will help better for me. So I was very nervous when joining Shalsheles because it was a new group of people, it was all girls, and I was not familiar with any of it at all because I did not know anything about Judaism, and so I was really scared. But the moment I stepped into Shalsheles, everyone welcomed me with open arms. Mrs. Goodstein was very impressed with my previous grades from public school, and she said I would be a good fit for Shalsheles because of my good grades. Years flew by, and now I have a great group of friends that I keep up with 3 years later, and I keep up with all of them even though I graduated, and we still talk and we keep up, and I could never have asked for better friends, to be honest. I had a dream of becoming a doctor since I was very little, and changing schools from public school to a private school, I was wondering if that will affect my decisions on becoming a doctor. But being in Shell Shallows did not affect anything at all. I was continuing to learn my studies the way I was taught in public school. The curriculum was exactly the same, and I got really good grades. I was such a good student that I was salutatorian for the 2017 graduating class. And with my high grades and my salutatorian title, I was accepted into Brooklyn College to major in chemistry, and I am now pursuing pre-med, and I'm gonna sign up for medical school next year. Whenever I talk about Shell Shallows, I'm always smiling, and I have a sadness inside me that I'm not there anymore. I always wish to go back and say hi to my teachers and my principals, because I miss it so much. You'll never find an environment like that ever again in your life.
When I was going into my 7th grade year, I had found out that I could no longer attend my former elementary school for a few reasons. I had found Shell Shallows, and they accepted me with more than open arms. I still remember my first week there, actually. I had entered the classroom a little early, and a girl came over to me and asked, "Want to go grab a sandwich from Nosher's?" And I hadn't even known who she was, but yet she went out of her way to make me feel comfortable. That's when I noticed the girls were very inviting, and the staff was warm and caring. It wasn't long before my day-to-day actions began to change. The staff worked with me, and I slowly began to see higher marks. The teachers made each lesson fun, intriguing, and very comprehensive. Our Fridays consist of Judaic studies in the morning, followed by an amazing Shabbat assembly led by our Hebrew-loving principal, Mrs. Goodstein. Followed by this was our English studies. Our English principal, Mrs. Dresner, would attend to each girl individually by taking them out and discussing what actions they can take to further their education. She was there for any question we had at any time of the day. They were there for me, and they truly cared. I can't imagine how my life would have been if I hadn't found Shell Shallows. I always ask myself, where would I be now? Would I have gotten the same education? Would I have the same morals and values that I do now? I don't know where my life would have turned to, but I'm glad it turned to Shell Shallows.